Hi, everybody. It's your friendly real estate agent, Melissa Hunter, and I am here to bring you the monthly market update. We love this time of the month because we get to see how the stage is getting set for the real estate market. And whether you are looking to sell your property or purchase another property or both, this report is very, very valuable to you. Now, I can tell you as a real estate agent, I use this report in discussions with my clients all the time. And I don't want to keep this for myself. I want to give you the same information that I'm getting so that you could become an expert too with all of your friends and family. Let's get started so I only take 5 minutes of your time. Now, after I do share with us Ventura's stats, I am going to go to our sister counties, Los Angeles and Santa Barbara, because their stats are just as important as ours. All of our value matters, and we are sisters and brothers in this game. Okay, so I'm going to head on into the report. Now, as we know, we don't have a crystal ball and we don't have the numbers for April just yet. We will get those numbers at the end of May. Right now, we're working on March's numbers. These are the numbers that are setting the stage for us today. Now, the median price is $849,000 for the county of Ventura. That's an increase of 5.5% since last month. So our median home price is increasing. What does that mean? That means that people are paying more for property now than they were a month ago. And a month ago would have been February versus March. Okay. Now, year two yield, we're still at a minus 7.1%. So we're down 7.1% year to yield, and we're up 5.5% from February versus March. So I want to point that out. Now, home sales is down by 36.3% year to yield, but as you can see, we were at our peak market back then. And so that's expected, right? But we are up by 55.3% month to mark. What does that mean? 55.3% properties sold, more properties sold than the month of February in the month of March. So that's really, really interesting. Unsold inventory, 2 months. Now we're down by 39.54% month to mark. What's unsold inventory? Unsold inventory is if we were to take all of the inventory, like if we were to take food in your fridge, you open up your fridge and you say, how much food do I have? How long will this last me? And you say, 2 weeks, a month, whatever, and you decide to go to the grocery store. Well, this report is a very similar concept, right? Unsold inventory is how much inventory do we have until we run out? And we have only too much. That means that we are in a seller's market. A seller's market is when the seller has an upper hand over the buyer in the negotiating stage. Now, when I say upper hand, I don't mean that the seller is going to take all the buyer's money and run. What I mean is that the seller may have less concessions to put out there to get a buyer to buy their house. There may still be more offers coming in. There might be multiple people being interested because inventory is so low. Whatever it is that's keeping us down to 2 months is telling me that people are still actively buying property in our community, even with the rates as they are now. Now, lastly, median time on the market is only 28 days. That's down by 18.8% in February. That means we're less than 30 days on the market, just as we were 6 months ago. And what that's telling me is that we are heading right back into that seller's market. And there's just really nothing we can do about it right now. Now, as you know, uh, we're trying to stop inflation, right? So, I do anticipate, and I don't have a crystal ball, I always say that. I do anticipate for us to see a little bit of a hike in rate. And I think that they were talking about them today. So I think that that might be coming out down the pike. Now, median price for Santa Barbara is 769,000. That's less than Ventura County. Who would have thought? That's even down by 10.6% month to mark and 40.8% year to yield. So their market is all over the place though, and I know why. It's because they don't have any inventory. It's not because their properties are less desirable or there's a huge market fluctuation where a house that was worth 1.2 million is now worth 769. That's not what's happening in Santa Barbara County. What's happening is that there's no inventory. So these numbers move around much more frequently than a place like Ventura County. But it's always nice to say our median home price is more than Santa Barbara. I just like saying it. So I'm going to say it. I can only say it for about a month, so I'm sure it'll go back up. Home sales is down by 41% in Santa Barbara And again, I just want to remind you, they have less inventory. Now, month to mark up by 25.2%. So 25.2% increase since February, but 41% down from a year ago. And of course, we were at our peak. Look, this peak doesn't even have a ground to go on. That's how much of a peak they were in. Unsold inventory, they're less than us, 1.8%. And of course they are because they have less inventory. So 1.8 months, that means they're in a seller's market, no doubt about it. And they're only 14 days of a process. So if you see something in Santa Barbara and you want it, guess what? You better go and get it quickly because you only have 14 days to make a decision. Now, I'm going to jump right on over to Los Angeles. I know we're a little bit out of time. I went a little over rambling about the rates and all of that good stuff. I'm very interested to see how that plays out. Now, Los Angeles is also in the 700s, coming in at 718,370, down by 1.2% month to mark and 8% year to yield. Now, home sales is down by 30.2%, but up by 43.2 since February. 43.2% more sales happened in March than they were on February. What does that mean to us? That means that buyers had more confidence in March and they came back around. Also, that means that the rates dropped a little bit and people took advantage of that. We also had that great California Dreaming program. That launch only lasted about a week, and California depleted all of the funds for that program. If you want to know more about that program, make sure to contact me. Now, they're also in a seller's market, but look at this fluctuation, down by 35.3% from the month prior, 2.2 months. And look, just with a slight reduction in rate, we saw rates in the fives, and we went crazy. We went wild in Los Angeles. Look at the fluctuation. Now, 19 days on the market, you better jump if you want to buy something in Los Angeles because you see this dip here. We're going right back into that seller's market, and we're down by 36.7% since the month before. So what that means is that time of the market is actually going down in Los Angeles, just like Santa Barbara, just like Ventura. So I want to say one thing. If you are interested in buying a home, give me a call, 805 330 6155. If you're interested in selling your home, give me a call, 805 330 6155. I'll talk to you soon.